Greetings, I'm Ben, and I'm going to show you real quickly how to do an ANOVA in R. The first thing I'm going to do is create a grouping variable. So if we look at the party 7 variable, this is partisan identification. People who have a 1 are strong Democrats. People who have a 2 are moderate Democrats. People who have a 3 are weak or leaning Democrats. People with a 5 are leaning Republicans. People with a 6 are moderate Republicans. And people with a 7 are strong Republicans. So to recode, I want to make sure that I have the dplyr package not selected because we're going to use the recode function in car, and the dplyr recode masks the car recode. So we want a new variable in our quant2 data called partisan strength recode q2 party 7 quote marks 1 equals strong, 7 equals strong, 2 equals moderate, 6 equals moderate, and then 3 equals, we'll call it lean for people who lean toward one of the parties, and 5 equals lean. This should work. Successful. We can check to make sure it looks the way we expect. Table Q2 $, part strength, partisan strength. All right, and so it says here we have 155 people who lean. Those are the 3s and the 5s. We have 182 moderates. Those are the 6s and the 2s. And we have 269 strongs, which is 165 strong Democrats and 104 strong Republicans. Now we have a social distance variable. Let's get some descriptive statistics for it. This is going to be the outcome. It indicates how uncomfortable people would be if a member of the other party became neighbors with them, or became a close relative by family, or was a close associate at work. And do I not have the social distance variable? Let's get the names. I might have to create it. Names Q2. I should have it. Oops, I just want the names for Q2. It does not look like I've computed the social distance variable yet. And rather than doing that again here, let's just do this with outgroup feeling thermometer. So we'll go feeling thermometer outgroup. You see that the mean is 37.49 and the standard deviation is 26.53, and we can see how it's distributed. Figure margin's too large. I don't like that. That histogram should be working. I don't know why it's giving me that error. No histograms in this video, friends. Let's just get to the ANOVA. So we will say model 1 will be AOV. The outcome is feeling thermometer toward the outgroup. The grouping variable is partisan strength, and the data is Q2. We run that and then get a summary of our model, and we see that the F value is 8.48, and it is statistically significant as the p-value is less than 0.05. We see that we have the between groups degrees of freedom is 2, which is the number of groups, which is 3, lean, moderate, and strong, -1. And the within subjects degree of freedom is 602, which is the Number of people, 605, minus the number of groups, which is 3. And yeah, let's also get an effect size. I think we need, let's see, what package do we need loaded? Eta squared is in the R statics package. Do we have R statics loaded? If you don't have the R statics package, then you'll want to install it just by clicking the install button and searching for it or typing it in. And we do have it loaded, so we should be able to get eta squared for our model. And it tells us that our partisan strength eta squared is 0.027. So a relatively small effect size. Now we want to run Levine's test. To make sure that we don't violate the homogeneity of variance assumptions. And the p-value is above 0.05, which means that the variance between the 3 groups is not different, which means that we don't need to run the equal variance not assumed version of the test. So now what we want to do is get the means and the standard deviations for each group. For this, we are going to want to use dplyr. I find dplyr very helpful for this. So we will scroll all the way back up and load the dplyr package. Now, we want to say, let's create a partisan strength table. And it's in the Q2 data set. Now we need a pipe. We're going to use the group by function. And we want to group by partisan strength. Now we need another pipe. And we want to use the summarize function to get the mean of the feeling thermometer. Mean feeling thermometer outgroup. And comma, we want to get the standard deviation for the feeling thermometer using the standard deviation function for the feeling thermometer outgroup variable. And let's also get the number, which if I recall correctly is just n dot feeling thermometer. Oh, it's feeling thermometer. Doesn't matter. These are just the names, but okay. This should create our data frame. Unexpected symbol. I bet I need that. Yep, I forgot a comma. Let's run this again. And let's look at the data frame we just created. So here we see that people who are leaners or weak partisans give the outgroup a 40 on the 100-point scale. Moderates give them a 42, but strong partisans only give them a 32.6. And I bet that's where the difference is coming from. So let's make some post hoc comparisons. And here we will use Tukey. So if I recall correctly, the syntax is just Tukey. Yep. So it's just Tukey HSD for our model. And here it tells us moderates and leans, the difference is about 1.6, and that's not a significant difference. The difference between strong partisans and leaners is about 8 points, and that is statistically significant. And the difference between strong partisans and moderates is about 9 points. And again, as you would expect, that is statistically significant. So that is how to do ANOVA in R. Just a quick review. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching.